Hoffa's next, right?
Yeah. Our
What's the next?
category pays homage to the most famous mothers in movies. And the best movie mom nominees are Superbad, Michael Sarah's mom, August Osage County, Meryl Streep, The Addams Family, Morticia, Jojo Rabbit, Scarlett Johansson, The Sound of Music, Julie Andrews.
I really
And
like,
that,
first of all, I really like that in Superbad, Michael Cera's mom is so great that we don't even know her name.
They just call her mom. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know my mom's name. I always called her mom, so I call her mom. You know?
Great.
oh,
Yeah. So which mom did you think was the best, Fabio?
Well, okay. I'm gonna go like with Morticia Adams. She was my first MILF crush, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Nice.
don't have anything else to say about her. It's just I really liked her, you know? And I don't think I should talk about it very much.
Okay.
Keep the details to yourself.
Yeah. That's pretty much that.
And-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, but there was a movie that wasn't mentioned there called.
There are many movies.
I don't really. No, yeah, called Mom or Mother. I don't know by Darren
Oh my God,
Aronofsky.
yes.
Come on
With-
now.
And I think that's the best mother ever. But okay, let's continue.
No,
I
that's
cannot even think about that movie
yeah.
without cringing. Ugh.
Yeah, no. That was the best comment ever. That movie. Okay, let's go on.
So who did you think was the best mom, Hoffa?
Morticia, for sure.
What is it about her? I don't get it. I've seen this movie, but I don't know why Morticia is such a great mom.
How
What
old
is-
were
How
Yeah.
old were you?
I don't think I actually saw this movie when I was a kid. I saw it later.
That's why, maybe.
Well, she's
Not a kid.
not the politically correct mother. And when we watch that movie, it's super funny because she gives like guns for the kids to play. She destroy roses in the garden, or I don't remember quite well what she does with the roses, but uh, she was a reference and super funny. I would like to have Morticia as my mother when I was younger.
She also has that fun, no, cool the manner, you know. I don't know.
Yes, and this acid sense of humor, which I love the
Yeah.
most. This is this is what I liked the most about the characters in these movies.
And she never.
Nowadays, nowadays it will be very difficult to produce a movie like that. That's why the recent one is an animation because today everything is so controlled and you cannot make jokes anymore. So because of the canceling things, that you run out of options. You know, I don't know. I like acid sense of humor, which is not accepted by people anymore. So you cannot play jokes. You just need to think about the other all the time. Think what is right or wrong to say. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I am the different one nowadays,
yeah,
not
we should cancel.
Morticia.
True, true.
And Lucy and Aline, what do you think? Who's the best mom?
Morticia.
Morticia, for sure.
Because she's a loving mom, but she's completely different than other moms.
That's
She's
beautiful.
not a mom, but she's
Yeah.
still super loving with her kids.
And she's so
It's weird.
glamorous.
Yes, she's
The way she speaks, the way she moves,
yes.
the hair, the lipstick. I
It's like
just
she
adore her.
glides.
Yeah, yeah, she's awesome. I love her.
Well, I don't feel alone anymore.
Well, I never really watched this movie, so I think the best mom is one that I've seen recently in Jojo Rabbit, is Scarlett Johansson's character, because her little boy, they're living in like 1945 in Germany, and the other armies are invading, and Hitler's Germany is collapsing. But the Nazis are still out, like trying to investigate things, and her little boy just loves Hitler. Like his imaginary friend is actually Hitler, who he talks to in his imagination all the time. And Scarlett Johansson is hiding a Jew in her closet, and so she has to both like keep this hidden from her son and protect him, but also like encourage him to be a good. Yeah, it's so complicated for her to do both things at the same time, but she's still a really good mom. She's great.
Well, I thought the same reason. I thought your reason for Scarlett Johansson was the same as Rafa and Fabio's for Morticia. But okay, that's also a great reason. And my favorite mom was Michael Cera's mom and Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep because anything she does, she's the best. And in this movie, and in this movie, I she's just insane, but insanely normal. Every mom is like her. Every mom is like her. When they get older, and she smokes, and she's crazy, and she is just insane, just like our moms. And Michael Cera's mom, because her 5 seconds in the movie are great. I like it. And just to mention Superbad, because it's the best movie ever.
Mm-hmm. With McLovin. McLovin, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. And now, what about the next category, Rodrigo?
Next category is the best. Well, huh. Do you guys want to guess? The viewers, do you guys want to guess? We just talked about the best moms. So now, just to try not to be so obvious, we're going to go with the best dad, okay? And the nominees are The Commitments, Elvis Fan. That was the information we got. American Beauty, Kevin Spacey. My Life, Michael Keaton. Miss Doubtfire, Robin Williams. That actually is a mom, and that's a little prejudice, but okay. The Lion King, Mufasa. Three Men and a Baby, The Three Men. Dirty Dancing, Baby's Dad. Okay. So Fabio, you start.
It's very predictable, right? It's Mufasa.
Is it?
No.
Ah, Mufasa.
Yes.
Why?
Well-
What does he do so special?
Well, one of them is Michael Keaton, so it's already out. Three. I really like the three men. You know, if Mufasa wasn't there, I would vote. Sorry.
What?
Hey, Rafa, you go.
Well,
Fabio's having a
I'll
seizure.
go with Robin Williams because actually he's in disguise. He is a father, not a mother in the movie. And he wants to see his kids. And that's the way he found it to go there and see the kids, be close to them. So it's so beautiful. I really liked. And I don't know if you watched, guys, but My Life is an amazing movie. Every time I watch it, I cry because it is about a father who knows that he's going to die because he has cancer or something, and he records a lot of videotapes because he doesn't want his son to grow up and not know who his father was. So it's so touching. It's beautiful. Even though Robin Williams, it's remarkable because he was part of everything I liked during my childhood. So that's why I'll go with him.
I can talk now.
Can you finish now? Is it
Okay.
Yeah.
okay?
So I would vote for the three men if Mufasa wasn't there. But I don't know. Like the Lion King is such a touching story. Funny thing is that I didn't cry when I was a kid. I started crying when I grew up. I was like, but not when I was a kid. And I don't know, everything about Mufasa is cool. Like he's wise. He has this. He's also cool, right? He's a lion, so it's difficult
The
to.
lion.
I don't know.
He's brave.
Yeah, he's brave. You
He's
know.
James Earl Jones.
Oh my
That's
God, I was going to say that. Yes. And then he's also a cloud, which is
yeah.
cool. He has power over like what powers do you have? Well, I have
Has cloud powers.
over clouds.
Maybe he's actually in the cloud, like
Yeah.
Microsoft Cloud or Apple Cloud. Maybe that's where he lives now.
Yeah.
Oh
See,
my.
and yeah, that's it. And his brother is also very cool. You know, in a different way.
Now, Fabio,
Yeah.
wait for the uncle category.
Yeah. Okay. Best best uncles. All right. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much that.
I will go and I'll agree with Fabio and say that Mufasa is the best. And I'll add that he's the best because he's a great dad that gives an entire enormous kingdom to his son.
Ah,
You know? And you're a good dad if you give a kingdom to your son.
Yeah.
You're automatically a good dad.
Yeah.
it's all about land
It's
and
nice
land.
to own land.
It's nice to own
It's
land.
nice to have
Exactly.
legs.
Yeah. And his land is everywhere that light touches.
Can you
Which,
imagine that?
my God,
Except for Mawa.
A lot.
you must not go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the best places are where the sun cannot touch, right?
Uh,
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably what they thought when they recorded that line.
I'm thinking about the elephant cemetery. Come on.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah, I know.
sure.
Sure.
That's what we were thinking.
yeah.
okay, okay. You can bury the elephants. Okay, so my favorite father is Kevin Spacey, American Beauty,
How
because
how
he's a
did you get on
very
this
Of
list,
course it
Rodrigo?
is. You are
sorry.
fucking sick, Rodrigo. You are a sick person. We have to get some help.
Did you guys mean the best character, or did you guys mean
The
the
best
best
dad.
person, the father, the best person? Oh, okay, I thought
Yeah.
it was the best character, the
No.
character that was most
Ah,
interesting. But even
okay.
so, Kevin Spacey would have voted for Bolsonaro. Kevin Spacey is every Bolsominion. Okay,
Yeah.
that
He's a
that
pedophile.
sorry.
You should
Well,
mention he's a pedophile.
he's not exactly a
No, I
pedophile.
mean,
He
Oh,
stopped
Bolsonaro?
before. He
What?
had he
also,
stopped
but no,
before being a pedophile. He just dreamed about being a pedophile, and then when given the opportunity, he said no.
Oh.
So,
exactly,
do you get
exactly.
bonus points for that or not? I don't know.
You're gonna get canceled, Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Again. So,
Again.
uh, Kevin Spacey is the best father.
You're
Okay.
you are terrible. Terrible.
He's right up there with his neighbor, the Nazi neighbor.
The military guy.
The next neighbor.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has Nazi
Both
flames. He's
great
a Nazi
dad.
guy.
Awesome
Great
dad.
dads. Number one, number two.
Yes, very good dad.
Nobody mentioned Darth Vader. Nobody mentioned Darth Vader.
Because he's a
And
terrible
he's
dad.
famous for being a father.
It's not
A
about that.
terrible one.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, so it was
Oh,
like
but are we
the
talking? Yeah, I have
most.
the same doubt. Are we talking about characters or being a
No,
good dad?
but
No, we have
Darth
to
No,
Vader.
talk about
No.
best dad,
Like we
a
did
good
for best
dad.
mom.
like we
A
did for
good
mom.
dad. Peter Griffin.
Yeah, because
Darth
we
I
can
Vader
now.
just
But my
said that he was Luke's father to take advantage from him, not because he was a good father at all.
Yeah.
well,
He took
anyway,
his hand
it,
out.
it, but for example, my two best moms are not great moms. My two best moms were Michael Cera because he's hot, she's hot, and Meryl Streep because she's crazy, but she's interesting. The characters is very interesting.
Well, that was
And
Well, so Ryan, Darth Vader is better than Mufasa then because Mufasa gives a kingdom. Darth Vader gives a galaxy.
But he. Yeah.
that's better than not the owner of the galaxy.
Yeah. They were going to rule it together, but a half galaxy is better than a kingdom, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
but
and
they
then
do
Yeah.
Luke
that
said
with
no
better
and chopped off his hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
fine.
Uh,
Hmm.
Yeah. All right.
but what I
guys,
meant
I
best.
need I need
Yeah,
2 minutes.
best.
I'll be right
Okay,
back. I'll be
be
right
back.
back.
And we can talk about now the worst moms and the worst dads.
Mm.
Well, we didn't give our vote yet.
Okay, who do you think is the best dad?
Robin Williams
Why?
in Miss Doubtfire, because he sacrifices a lot to be with his kids.
Well, he doesn't really sacrifice because in the end, it's Mrs. Doubtfire that gets him a job and makes him famous. So does he really sacrifice?
But he didn't know where this was going.
Yeah, but he didn't really sacrifice because it was the same bad impulses that led to his divorce that he
He
just continued doing.
he sacrificed being himself. He had to be someone else to be with his kids.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Ellie and Rafas. Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire is the best dad you can have.
Ryan, what is wrong with people? Why are people not voting for Mufasa?
I,
I
Oh
love
my God.
Mufasa.
I know.
we need to get Scar in here with his hyenas to murder
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. True.
Well, what about worst?
Maybe
Worst moms.
Worst moms, like the mom from Home Alone.
Yes.
How?
Worst
Shit
mom.
happens, you
from-
know,
How can
twice.
you forget your kid, an 8-year-old kid?
It doesn't matter how many kids you have.
It doesn't matter how many kids you have. You cannot
You
forget
can't forget
an
your
8-year-old.
kid.
And look,
You cannot-
I'm not going to say I defend it, but I can kind of understand once.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You have 8 kids and a bunch of family getting in 3 different vans.
Context was there.
And then, like, the tickets get all mixed up. You know, it happens, I guess.
Sure, yes.
Once.
Well,
Once. How does it happen twice?
Yeah. I was debating with my mother about the options, and she said Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice. Well, she was the worst mom ever. Do you remember this movie?
Yeah.
When she had to choose between her kids. I don't remember quite well, but she had to give one of them to the Nazi,
Yeah.
and that's the whole plot of the movie. It was a very difficult choice, and my mother said, "Ah, if I were Meryl Streep, I would die with both of them. I wouldn't choose one. So it is a very tough choice to make, right?
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, but doesn't mean she's a bad mom.
I don't know.
It's a very,
You,
very tough choice to me.
yeah, but you give your kid to the
I know.
Nazi to die.
But
Yeah, I
wouldn't
know.
being a bad mom be killing both of your kids instead of making sure one lives while you
But at
have the
least they
guilt
would
of
be
killing the other one?
together. They would be
Where
Exactly.
together.
are we getting religious now?
Yeah.
I can start that debate.
Yeah.
I think that the sacrifice of living, but living with the guilt, is a bigger sacrifice than dying.
Mm.
So the worst. Well, so what about Mufasa's wife? What's her name?
Her name is whatever the mom's name from Coming to America.
What do you mean?
It's the same
Yes,
actress.
it was the
Playing the same
actress, but
character
not the
almost.
I can't remember the character's name.
Yeah, exactly. She's
Mufasa's mother.
Well, no, Mufasa's wife. What's her name?
Ah, okay. Mufasa's wife.
Sarabi.
yeah.
Sarabi.
Sarah.
Ah.
So where was
See?
Sarabi when
That's Beyonce.
Simba? What?
No, this
That's
movie doesn't
Beyonce in the
exist.
new movie.
Oh, okay, it's fine. The new movie.
Yeah.
The Discovery Channel version.
Yes.
Oh, Animal Planet version. Okay.
National Geographic.
Yeah.
One of those.
Man, it took them years to make those animals do that.
Yeah.
And how can you guys not like it?
Yeah. True. They were speaking, you know?
Okay.
Think
How
it's
many-
easy.
Exactly.
It's such a pretty couple.
So, can you think of any other terrible mothers?
Terrible
No.
mothers.
There's the mom from Precious. Remember that movie? That movie was depressing.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that mom is.
That's-
I think that's the most terrible
Yeah.
mom I've ever seen.
She
And that yeah, and
wins the
most
Oscar for worst mother.
the worst mother.
For sure.
Right here.
What movie?
The mom
Precious.
from Precious.
Never watched.
Yes. And what about fathers? Worst father? Kevin Spacey from American Beauty.
Or the military guy
Yeah.
from American Beauty. He's a
One of
good,
those. Two.
good
Darth
contender.
Peter McAllister? No?
Yeah. Dad from Home Alone.
Yes.
He's not so much bad, just
Mom,
useless.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
The fault is always on the mom. How about the dad? The dad also forgot him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
judge and cancel them. Yeah, that's
Other,
it.
any other terrible fathers?
Batman's father, like, he died.
It's dead. But he was really rich.
He was murdered.
So, 8 points for that.
Yeah. That's lame.
I got one. Joker's mother from the movie Joker.
I didn't watch
Man.
that.
Watch that.
She's definitely the worst one. What she did is horrible, and in the end,
Ali haven't watched it.
It's
No
okay.
spoilers.
It's fine.
Oh, so in the end,
Chavi's mother.
Chavi's mother, for sure.
All right, the next to last category, Hoffa. Tell us about it.
Well, this category pays homage to the most memorable means of transport in movies, the vehicles that are part of our adventures in the movies, and the nominees are Back to the Future, DeLorean, E.T., The Bikes, Star Trek, USS Enterprise, Titanic, Titanic, Indiana Jones, Part 2, The Life Raft, Jurassic Park, The Jeep, 007. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Yeah. What do you think, Allie?
I'm gonna say because it was so iconic in my life, the Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Hmm. Why? What was so special about it?
I don't know. Jurassic Park is iconic to me. So the Jeep is super iconic. Remember when we saw one outside of Disneyland and we're like, oh my god, there's a Jeep from Jurassic Park. There's actually like a person driving a Jurassic Park Jeep wherever we were there, and it was so awesome.
But when you think about the Jeep, do you mean the Jeep or the Explorer?
The Jeep, I think it's more iconic.
The Jeep.
Really?
Jeep.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, the Jeep.
Never.
Because I
Yeah.
think of the Jeep. I know. We should think of the car, the electric car instead.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeep.
Yeah. Me too. I think of the Jeep. Also.
When I think, oh yeah, but the Explorer is iconic. I think it's really memorable. You don't think about the Jeep nor about the engine helicopter when you think about the movie. You think about the electric cars.
Well, you do.
Well, for me, do I have to say?
No,
No.
no, you can.
No.
We can skip you.
No.
All right then. My choice is so obvious. DeLorean from Back to the Future, for sure.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched Back to the Future for the first time in 1989. I went to the movies with my mother, and I couldn't read the subtitles, and my mother read the subtitles for me. So that was the first time I went to the cinema. Can you imagine that? And it is a very difficult movie to understand. I was only 7 years old. Man, this movie, it's part of my life. In the car, for me, it's a very important character in the movie, you know? So that's why I choose it.
It's like a fatherly figure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
In the city where my grandma used to live, there was a DeLorean, and there was an old man that looked like Christopher Lloyd
Oh,
that used to drive around the city in his DeLorean with like flowing white hair and ridiculous t-shirts, just like Doc in the show. And it looked like Doc was driving his DeLorean around Molalla. Yeah. But I think for me is the USS Enterprise, because kind of like Hoffa, Star Trek is such an important part of my life growing up, and all the different stories and characters and things happening on it, and the different ways that the vehicle, the ship, has evolved over the years to tell different stories. And it's just such a very iconic thing that it's its own character, able to tell stories in the way that it changes and things that happen to it. What do you think, Fabio?
DeLorean. No, there's not a good reason. It's just that it's my favorite among these ones. I can also think of the Batmobile, but no. And there's also another one. I can't remember. Oh my God, help me. The one, uh, Han Solo's. Oh my God, what is the name?
Millennium One.
Millennium Falcon.
Millennium
Yes,
Falcon.
it's also cool. But I'm gonna go with the DeLorean. It's the coolest one.
And Rodrigo?
The bike. The ET.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Um, well, when you guys asked me to choose an automobile, a vehicle, I never pay attention to that in movies. The only one I could remember was DeLorean, so it's the most iconic one.
Mm.
But I like Back to the Future, but not as much as Rafa, for example. It's a movie I watched when I was a kid, and but E.T. was a movie I always liked very much. And there's the bike, and so that was the one I could remember. Also, every the Fast and the Furious movie that I never watched, but the cars are beautiful. Or Harry Potter's broom.
Nimbus
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah,
Nimbus
yeah. I
2000.
never watched Harry Potter either,
The
but
flying car.
but the broom idea is amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Any others? Any other vehicles you guys can think of that are super cool?
From Scooby Doo, the Mystery Machine.
True.
Yes.
That
Nice.
was
Good choice.
amazing.
Nice.
The Ghostbusters car.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yes,
Ghostbusters car.
It's
Yeah.
also
that's one of the
iconic.
best.
Sure.
Yes.
The Super Machine. Do you remember?
The
I
car.
don't know if
Yes.
the car. Yeah, I don't know
Dumb and Dumber.
if it is the
The
same name in
dog.
English.
The
The
dog
dog.
car.
Yeah.
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 Wayne's
All
World.
great.
Cool.
Very cool.
I'm sorry, there is a movie, I think it's Steven Spielberg's first movie or one of the first, that is just a car chasing a guy.
No, a
Yeah.
A
truck.
Cool.
car,
That's what I
a
Uh,
said.
truck, yes.
Tem
Oh,
falar.
dude,
Yeah.
it's a truck following a guy. It's just
Yeah.
very cool and very
Cool. That's the name of the movie, right? Right?
cool. Yes,
Yeah.
I have that movie.
All right. Cool. So for our last category, Rodrigo, tell us about it.
Okay, Ryan, I would like you to present this category because this is a category that I have trouble with because um, I understand premises that would no longer work, but I really don't mind. Every premise should work and can work, and so I um, Ryan, I think you would be a better host.
All right. I'll try. So the last category is for premises that would no longer work. And the idea is that lots of classic movies, lots of the best movies, our favorite movies, have at their core, at their very most basic part, an idea that today in 2020, for one reason or another, just would never get made. And this can either be for a technological reason or a social reason or a cultural reason, like people just don't understand the problems that people back in the day used to have. And so our nominees that we have here are Revenge of the Nerds because of some problems with sexism and a rape, Halloween because of the if you have cell phones, there's not really a problem in this movie. The Godfather, there's really a problem with digital surveillance today. Problem. It would be that organized crime has trouble existing because of digital surveillance. Uh, in Dirty Harry, the cop is a little bit too harsh. In Milo and Otis, there's a lot of animal cruelty in the production of the movie. You don't see it in the final product, but the production behind it would never be allowed. And Gone with the Wind, there's a lot of controversy today because of all of the racism. And so to start, let's start with Rafael. What do you think?
I think racism, Gone with the Wind, it wouldn't work. And also, when I read the list, I thought about a movie from 1997 called In and Out with Kevin Kline and Tom Selleck. It
Yeah.
is a gay movie, and it was funny in 1997 because he was gay and he had a very strong stereotype. But that's the kind of movie that we don't accept nowadays, you know? I don't think the audience would enjoy watching something like that nowadays.
Mhm.
And I think Gone with the Wind portrays a situation that happened in the US in the 30s. So watching it today, it's really cool because it's part of the history. But I think remaking it or trying to write something involving this theme, it's really delicate nowadays.
Hmm. Hmm.
Good line.
The that movie that you mentioned, In and Out, at the time that it was it just a comedy making fun of gay people, or was it seen as a progressive kind of thing?
No, just making fun. It's
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Fabio, what do you think? What do you think about a movie that couldn't get made today?
Um, I think like Halloween with cell phones could be made. You just need to readapt. So not okay. If it exactly like it was, it couldn't. But readapting some parts of the movie, I think it could be made. Same goes for The Godfather. But all of the other ones, no. It would never be possible. So I would have to vote for all of them. They just can't, in any context, people like um, would not accept that. You know, my opinion is very similar to Montega's, but I'm thinking about the general audience. They would never accept in any light any of that. Even if it was against, like, depending on the movie, if it was against racism, for example, some people wouldn't get it, and the movie would be ostracized. I think that's the word.
Yeah, yeah. It would
And
have
of
to be
course, a lot
like
of sorry.
it would have to be so over the top ridiculous,
Yes.
like Django. You know,
Hmm.
Django was a movie from that time period, sort of, that showed racism in a terrible way,
Uh-huh.
but it was so over the top
Yes.
that people didn't get angry about it. They thought they knew that it was a joke and that it was against the racism, and so it
Yes.
was accepted. But they couldn't do a historical portrayal of it just straight up.
Yes. Exactly. What I think. That's it. Um. Yeah. The other, the one with animal cruelty. My God. You know, I did not know about that movie.
Do you know that movie I'm talking about?
I know, like, I haven't seen it, but I have seen like pictures and people talking about it, but I really don't. But I have
Yeah.
never heard about the part you mentioned.
This was one of my favorite movies when I was a child.
Me too.
And it's so cute because it's like a little kitten and a puppy that become friends, and then the
Oh my
kitten is
God.
separated because it gets carried along a stream and gets carried along for a long ways in a river, and the dog tries to rescue it. Well, the production of the movie used real dogs and cats for all of the scenes. So like there's this scene where the kitten falls off a cliff
Oh my
into
God.
into the ocean. And to get the shot, they actually killed 6 cats.
oh my god, really?
Yeah. Or the scene where the kitten is being carried away down the river. I think 4 or 5 drowned before they got the shot that they wanted.
Mm,
No.
Yeah.
okay,
So
yeah, that.
we can mention Free Willy too.
Yes, that's a good.
What?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, Free Willy. Man, it was a big hit in the 90s, but today would never be accepted. They tried to close the parks because of the
Yeah.
whales.
Yeah.
So no, never.
Orion, did people know about that movie?
No, they didn't know
Ah, they didn't.
that.
But okay,
No.
here's the question: if they did, uh, it was a movie from the '80s, right?
Yeah, or earlier. I
Early.
watched it in the 80s, but it might have been from the. I watched a video about it recently, and there's a Japanese version from like the 60s. And the version I watched was an American remake of the Japanese version. And I don't know when it's from. The 70s, maybe? I don't know.
Do you think that if people knew about that back then, they would? Cause I don't know if people would
I don't
accept
think
it back
so.
then. Yeah,
I don't think people would have cared.
really. Hmm. Yeah.
They would have been like that, like with Free Willy, right? In the 90s, we knew that it wasn't nice what they were doing to make this movie,
Mm.
obviously. But it's a cool movie. It's so exciting to see the whale jump over the boy. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the
It's
other.
getting depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Rodrigo?
Topic. It's a serious topic.
Um, I think, as Fabio said, any of these movies could be any of these premises wouldn't work nowadays. Some because of technological reasons, some because of social and political reasons. And but I think in any movie before 2015 wouldn't be made, because for example, the Goonies, they make fun of an ugly person, and there's a fat boy dancing and jiggling his belly. And Home Alone, a mother and a father forget the children. And probably Back to the Future, there's something that I don't remember. Beef was
Father,
probably
mother,
sexist.
yes, mother and
And
son,
Mother and
incest. Yeah,
son. Yes.
Mother, yeah. So I don't think any movie would ever be made in ever.
Yeah, yeah.
I think if you remember, there's a movie called The Invention of Lying, and it's about a place where nobody lies. So of course there's no movies, and the movies are just people telling stories. I think in the near future, it will be like that. Just a guy sitting in front of the screen talking about history, a history that happened. So in that time, that's what was happened, and that's it. So
And
that
after
that
some time,
way.
it will be controversial as well.
Yeah, and the word "no" will be excluded from from movies, and words with the letter R or C because they're strong, and so I think movies are over or something from the past. I don't think movies should be made anymore, not in the way they are.
That's harsh. That's harsh. What do you think? Did I already ask you, Allie and Lucy?
No.
No? What do you guys think?
Uh, I think all of them are problematic, but the one I think about the most is Revenge of the Nerds because of the rape scene. Because it was so funny back then. Oh my god, the guy pretended to be like the girl's boyfriend and he had a costume on or something. And he had sex with the girl, without her knowing that it wasn't her boyfriend. And it was so funny back then. Oh my god, it was hilarious. Man, that would never ever find today. Ever. Ever.
Do you guys remember a movie called Porky's?
Yes.
yes, yes.
That movie would not only like that wouldn't be made, and people would get arrested.
I,
For
I'm
sure.
surprised that the people who made it haven't been arrested now.
Now.
Yeah.
They, they're probably hiding on some island somewhere.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a new movie that it's new, like 10 years old, I think, called this Serbian movie.
No.
That movie, even
Serbian
even
film. Yeah.
even I think that the guy should be arrested that movie should never exist. Okay, freedom has a limit, and that movie is that's the limit. You know, I watched the movie, and after it was over, I was like, "Oh, I changed as a person. I that is a horrible. It's the most horrible thing I could think of.
Yeah,
It's
you kind
horrible.
of ask what was the purpose of the movie?
Yeah.
It was to shock.
Yes,
Like it was just to shock.
only. Yes.
So I don't know why make a movie like. Anyways,
And yes, and it is amazing if we stop to think that in the past we had to create, for example, characters to people be afraid of, like Freddy Krueger, Jason, even The Exorcist. But we were afraid of the supernatural. Watching this kind of movie that Rodrigo mentioned, we well, we start feeling so. I don't even know the word in Portuguese for
worried.
that. I don't know. I think uh, the human being is the problem. You know,
Yes. The human being is the problem.
humans are the evil part of everything.
Yes.
So I don't know how the man imagined the end of the movie. For example, the end of this movie is so. But I think when we make comments like this, we are promoting the movie. You know, because
Yeah.
people who couldn't watch it in the past because some countries they didn't accept the movie. Now
I don't
people they
think
are
it
trying
was
to
released
look for
here.
it.
I don't think
What?
it was in
No,
Brazil.
it was.
Yeah.
It
And that's
wasn't.
the reason why
It
people
was
keep doing things
pirate.
like this because that our comments, what we are saying here, incentivates people to watch it.
Uh,
And for the producers, it doesn't matter if you like it or not. It
Yes.
matters that you watch the movie, right?
there's no such
Yes.
thing as bad publicity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then let's wrap up. Let's finish with a more positive note. And I just watched the newest Bill and Ted movie, Bill and Ted Face the Music, which is a very predictable like remake of not just a remake but a continuation of the first two Bill and Ted movies, which is kind of like the opposite of what we were just talking about. A premise that would never work from the past. Well, this premise, two idiots accidentally save the universe through their goodwill, through their ignorance and happy spirits. And that was the premise then. And in 2020, it was perfect. It was a very good time to have two ignorant, good-willed people accidentally save the universe. And my question for you guys to end on is, what are some other premises or movies from the past that need a sequel or need a remake because the idea that they have was so good that we need more of it? Can you think of any?
Super bad.
Super.
I'll go
No,
with that.
it
That's
would
good.
never existed. No, nowadays.
That's true.
But yeah, super bad.
Super bad. Yeah. Very nice.
No, there are more movies. I have to remember.
I don't know. I can't think of any
We need
because
more Christmas movies.
More
don't have
Christmas movies.
We don't have any
Yes.
Christmas movies like we did 10, 15 years ago. We don't have
Yeah.
Well,
like a
Any.
Home Alone or
but
yeah, While You're Sleeping. So it's Christmas movies. The one with Nicolas Cage that I forgot the name.
Family Man.
Family Man.
Family Man.
Family Man. Family Man.
Or
We need
Christmas
Christmas.
Vacation
Lucy.
with Chevy Chase and National
Yes. Chevy
Lampoon.
Chase,
no,
man.
we have
Perfect.
to
Yeah.
we
Yes.
have to be fair.
Yes. Christmas Vacation.
Lucy,
It's Christmas movies.
nowadays there's somebody that keeps the spirit alive. Lucas Neto always makes Christmas movies, okay, and they're always fun and loving. So Victorio loves it, and he sings the songs. The songs are about love and hope. So my suggestion is that everybody go watches Lucas Neto Christmas movies. They're amazing.
Okay, I'll try
Yeah.
that.
Any
Then
others, guys? Any other suggestions of things that need?
to come back. Kiss saves Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know. They should make move. Have you guys watched Sonic?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they should make movies like that. It's not offensive at all, and it's good. You feel good when you watch it.
Just entertainment.
Just entertainment for kids, and that's it. That's the kind of movie we can get today. What else? I
Or
think
movies like Indiana Jones, Back to the Future,
Adventure
adventure.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And try
Well,
to invest in more real scenes instead of creating everything in
CGI.
CGI. Come on.
I hate CGI, man. I'm
Yeah.
so tired of CGI.
Yeah.
And we don't need like anti-heroes, right? They don't need to like
or good
No.
and the
secretly
villain, right?
people, you know? They can just be
We don't
good
need
guys.
origin stories. We
Tragic
don't.
heroes.
And the problem today is the characters, they have so many layers, and that we spend 1 hour just to understand the
Yes.
character. And
Yes.
then the story begins. And when the
Yeah,
story
yeah.
begins, you have three sequels to finish the movie. Come
Yeah.
on.
Well,
I
In the
know. We
past,
don't
my
need
we had the
origin
bad
stories.
guy, the good guy, and that's it. They
my
need to
theory
fight.
is that Batman killed all the heroes. Batman made all heroes boring because Batman is, oh no, but he's not a superhero. He doesn't have superpowers. But it's a superhero. I want superpowers. I want him to be able to get an airplane with one hand, you know? Oh, but he's intelligent. Well, Bill Gates is intelligent. Lots of people are intelligent. And he's not intelligent. He's actually very rich, super rich. And so Batman is he destroyed all heroes. Superman is the best.
Yeah, I would say that like give me more simple heroes and simple villains. Like the villains that are evil and heroes that are good. And that's it. No tragic villains or ambiguous heroes. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, here's why the villain is bad. Because
yeah.
this happened in his childhood, and we don't care.
No, 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 no.
Like Skeletor, right? From
Yeah.
He-Man.
Yeah,
Ah,
Masters of the
Like Skeletor
Universe.
from He-Man, yeah.
And guys, I think it's interesting to end this episode here, asking to each other if you could, for example, choose one movie to take with you to a desert island. Which movie would it be?
To a desert
Rocky
island.
one.
What?
A good
Rocky
movie.
one. Rocky.
Okay.
Back to the Future Part One.
The Crow.
The Crow.
The Crow,
Yeah.
1994. Yeah.
A good movie.
Alice in Wonderland.
It's a good movie.
Alice in Wonderland. Fabito.
well, the only one that came to my mind was Home Alone because of the memories I have. Like
Oh, so
watch it with
cute.
my father and stuff. But
Mhm.
probably there are, I don't know.
All right. So I can actually say because when I lived on Bainbridge Island and was unemployed for 2 years, I watched this movie like once a week. And I watched it over and over and over again, and I never got tired of it. I kept watching it. And so it was Groundhog Day.
Yeah, this is a good one
How
too.
about Howard the Duck? No.
Ah, that's a great movie. That's a simple movie.
Yeah.
It's Total Recall for kids.
Call for kids.
Total Recall is for
Nice.
kids.
Cool.
Back then.
So I think that's it. Yeah. Thanks all you guys. It was really fun.
Thank
Um,
you.
and thanks everybody for watching. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
And
bye.
see you all next week.